Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning while we go through Surya Namaskar. It is a sun salutation. It is the way that we get to give thanks, start our day greeting the sun and giving thanks for everything that we have in life and where we are in life and the ability to show up here, that we're breathing and standing here on this mat or sitting or however you may be beginning this practice, just being grateful that we are here. Traditionally, sun salutations are done in the morning and they are done with your mat facing east. And Surya means sun and Namaskar is to bow. So the whole practice is being in gratitude, awareness of the gifts that we have and in gratitude for all that we have and all that we are. It is a Vinyasa flow, which means we will be connecting our breaths to the movement. I'm going to start off going through the entire salutation first, kind of slow, breaking it down and giving some adjustments that you may need, or I do, so giving some adjustments with them and kind of cueing the breaths. So when you'll be breathing in and out and how the body will be moving. Like I said, it will be going through just a little longer on the first time. So as you're following along, if you need to pause, bring your knees to the mat or just kind of shake out your body and look at the camera or look at the video and see where you're at, feel free to do so. After we go through the entire sequence, I will be going through it again at a faster pace, so you won't have to pause as much, but just listen to your body and find what feels good for you and honor where you're at. And you showing up, you are already achieving. So we'll start. I'm going to have us come to the top of the mat where we will start beginning the first pose, which is Tadasana, mountain pose. So we'll come up to the front of the mat and you can either bring your feet together, which will be toes to toes, heels to heels, if that feels right for you. Or like me, you can be hip width apart. You want to make sure that you're not more than hip width apart. So you're going to stand here and kind of shake out your body and then start rocking just a little bit from the balls of your feet back to the heels, shifting your weight, just getting familiar with the ground, feeling supported. It's like a little foot massage when you really bring your awareness down and start rocking. Back and forth and kind of take a pause. Give your toes some up and down wiggles and just feel your feet sinking into the ground. Make sure your knees are slightly bent, just having a little wiggle. And lift up your toes like they're shooting up like a yawn in the morning. So picture your toes are taking a big yawn, stretch them, and then slowly let them down one by one. So they are hugging the mat and you feel your weight balanced through all four corners of your feet. So at this, you're going to kind of imagine the middles of your feet, your arches are coming up, they are lifting like a straw that is able to start sucking and pulling the energy in from the earth, pulling the core energy, the grounding root energy up through your body. We're going to move up through our legs with our knees that are slightly bent, making sure they are stacked over our ankles. Our hips are over our knees. I'm going to take our hip bones and pull them up slightly. You don't want to go too far and arch your back. It's going to cause strain on your lower back. You just want to pull it up slightly and drop your tailbone. So you just have this comfortable alignment. Engage your core. Allowing that to support your body. Bring in your breath. You are going to take your shoulders, round them up and back and down. And see, it might pop out your ribs a little bit. So on your next exhale, you're just going to tuck your ribs in. And now you're going to turn your head side to side, wake it up as you are holding strong in your pose. Your legs are engaged, your tummy is engaged. And then once you find that comfortability, you tuck your chin just a little bit. If you feel the back of your neck tight, like it's holding that position, just picture that your head is floating just above your spine. You don't have to hold it there, it is floating, and allow those muscles to relax. You're going to externally rotate your arms, palms out. Take a couple breaths here. This is Tadasana. As you go through and you root your body, that way you can feel how active of a pose this actually is. And bring our hands up to heart center and give thanks for this day. And just sit in this moment with gratitude. Whatever you are grateful for. If it's off the top of your head, go ahead and give gratitude to it. If it's pulling you out of this moment, all you have to do is just say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can be giving gratitude for all that is. Ready? On your next inhale, we are going to dip our arms down, raise them big above head, palms together. Your eyes gazing up at your palms if that feels comfortable. If not, keep them forward. This is Uttita Hasta in Tadasana. On our exhale, we're going to bring our hands down. We're going to keep our eyes on them to heart center and continue following them down to a forward fold. And honor where you're at. Maybe your hands are on the ground. Maybe they're on your shins or even on your knees. Just make sure we are folding from the waist. You can see the difference when we are like rounding our back. It's going to be kind of painful and put some stress on. So instead of doing that, just really fold from the waist, flat back, and honor where you're at. If you're here, here, wherever you are is perfect. And then on your inhale, you're going to come up into a half lift. And then plant your hands one leg at a time. You are going to step back into plank pose. And so here in plank pose, you are going to have your weight distributed through your hands and your fingers. You want to make sure how you are holding your body. So when you're sinking into it, you can cause some pain in your back. So like if I was sinking into my shoulders, I would be down like this. You want to make sure you are pushing away from your mat. So holding up like this. And there's two different ways we can go from here. We can go down into Chaturanga or to Baby Cobra, depending on your strength level or where you're feeling today. So if you were in Chaturanga, if you were going to go from that from your plank pose, catch my breath. As you start to exhale, you're going to shift your weight forward, bend your elbows, and go down to a halfway lift. Now from there is where you would inhale and come up, untuck your toes to upward dog. For me, where I will be at is I'll be in plank pose, and I'm going to bring my knees to the mat, bring my chest down to the mat, and come up into either baby cobra or full cobra. And then we'll be doing that on the inhale. From there, on your exhale, you are going to untuck your toes again, send your hips up and back into downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Some things to be aware of in downward dog is you're going to want to make sure your spine is elongated, your back is straight. It's not so much with your hips, you are keeping those up like an upside down V. But if you find yourself kind of like in a bow, just step back. Step back, maybe give your knees a little bend, and so you can really align your back. And take some deep, full breaths here. And really giving thanks. Bringing awareness to our bodies. Inhale through the hands. Exhale through the feet. As your body starts to relax, maybe you can straighten out your legs more. Maybe your heels come down. Maybe they don't. Feel your breath slow as your body relaxes. On your next inhale, look forward, and you can walk or step your feet up between your hands into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Shake your head out, let it be heavy. Inhale, arms up, overhead. Uttita Hasta and Tadasana. Exhale, down to heart center. Okay, that is the first round. We're gonna do that again, just a little faster and go through wherever your body is at, honor that, and let's go. Okay, back to the top of the mat, building Tadasana. Upper balance, tucks, exhales, roll back. Big breath. Inhale, hands up, Uttita Hasta and Tadasana. Down to heart center, continue down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Hands to the mat, plank pose, one leg back at a time. Exhale into Chaturanga or knees down, chest to mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale into Baby Cobra or Chaturanga. Or into Upward Dog. Untuck your toes again. Push up into Downward Dog as you exhale. Pedal it out. It's a little easier to get into this pose this time. Your body's a little more awake. Inhale through nose. Exhale through mouth. Inhale through nose, exhale through mouth. Okay, on your next inhale, look forward, step or hop, feet between the hands to half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up above head, Uttita Hasta Tadasana, hands down to heart center. Stay here for a moment. Feeling the energy through your body. Feeling the vibrations. Feeling your body waking up, energized, grateful. Ready to start your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.